Hello again, everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's very close to Christmas, and I'd like to welcome it. Well, bleh. Sorry, my brain's just starting to kick in, and if anybody knows me that well, they'll know that my brain is not so good in the morning. So it right now here is 10 o'clock in the morning, and my brain is barely kicking in. But we're hanging in there. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna take my time, alright guys, and we'll get through this. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, I don't remember when. One of my subscribers knows exactly. I don't. But a certain time ago, I had an accident and I lost my entire life. Disappeared. I lost everything. My entire brain was wiped out clean. And thanks to 80% of my friends, I got most of it back. But a lot of it was just gone to the pasture. A lot of stuff I learned from work, I wrote down. Like the fact that I worked at Walk 97.5 radio. That I got back. Like the fact that I played all these instruments. That I got back because I still have the instruments here in Arizona. How do I know this? Because of this web page right here. This web page had a lot of information about me that even I didn't know about. This web page has all audio recordings from before I got sick and I was attempting to get good. This was my attempt to proceed to the next level. Of course, drums, guitar, I know there's bass here somewhere. Of course, drums, guitar, piano. I only knew how to play one song on the piano, and I didn't play it with sheet music. I think I used it out of the top of my head. I don't remember who taught me how to play this. I don't remember. If anybody I went to high school with, please drop me a line with some names because I don't know. I'm thinking it might have something to do with high school. Maybe, I'm not exactly sure. But I think that's where the piano came from. I don't really remember. The guitar, I think I learned the guitar on my own. I just felt, you know what? Let's try it. The bass I learned out of necessity for the harmonica. I am a very, very big harmonica player. My only issue was that I couldn't find any gigs. I used to be very good. The basics I recently forgot. I still remember how to play. The basics I forgot. Without the basics, you can't play. So I can still know how to play. I can still play very well, but I can't play with anybody else. And without the basics, you can't do anything new. So, hence lies my big issue. So, a lot of what I remembered helped me remember some of it. Well, everything I forgot, as far as my instruments goes, prevents me from moving forward. For example, on the guitar, 80% of my chords are missing an action. And when I try to learn them from scratch, I have difficulty getting them in my head. Tell me if that makes sense, because it don't make sense to me. I listened to this 4 times, and I think I know what this is. It says RT21 project interview. I have a funny feeling that this was a college project, I think, maybe. I think this was a project I had to do in college. Or maybe this was an interview on a college radio station that I performed. I don't know. I can't get a hold of my college to find out. So, I don't exactly remember what this is. All I know is that recording right there had to do with college, and I don't remember. This is and always will be the only vocal recording of me singing ever. Period. In the world. That's it. As of right now, the doctor has strictly forbid me from singing for the rest of my life. I'm done. So the only vocal recording you will hear of me singing is this, right here. And this was not even a full recording. This was me just messing around. I found this on a dilapidated cell phone. So therefore, I just put it on here. This is just me. This is just me being a jackass, messing around with every instrument I have. Just being weirdo. I figured I'd toss it in because it's there. Any recording I found of me playing anything, I put it in. This right here is me playing harmonica with a band called Terry and the Tomcats back in Long Island, New York. And I don't remember when. Don't ask me when. I have no idea. But I was playing harmonica with a band called Terry and the Tomcats. That's the only band I played the harmonica with. That's it. That's how I know that. Okay, this is me practicing the blues with my Jaguar 5-string bass. I had just bought that bass, and I was just trying to figure how the fifth string kicks in. Of course, I had to figure out what notes were each string and figure out the note structure. So I figured, what better way to figure out the note structure than to play around with it. Eventually, I figured it out, and I started jamming with the 5-string, and I recorded this. This is only merely a practice recording with it. I was messing around, kind of. This one I decided to take a crack at solo rather than playing chords. I feel let me try doing straight solos and see how it works. Well, this was my first attempt at it. Everything on here is always a first attempt. Nothing here was a final thing unless it says final. So everything here was all practice sessions and first tries. I have no idea why I never recorded any of my gigs or anything final. I guess I just recorded my first ones so I can go back to them and see, okay, now I see where you made the mistakes. That was my mentality for making this. So I have something to go back on and say, okay, here's where I made the mistake. Here's where I made the mistake the first time. Okay. That's basically my mentality with this website. It's just a damn shame I didn't actually record myself playing anything normal. It is what it is. Here's my attempt with the guitar playing the blues. I happen to like B.B. King, so I decided to mess around with a B.B. King song on the guitar, and that was what this is for. And this is me messing around with my bass guitar with a different song, of course. I have no idea what it is because I haven't heard this in 7 years. So, I have no idea what this is, but this is me on my bass. This is me on my bass guitar. My brain still hasn't kicked in, guys. You gotta give me a minute. Sorry. This is my 4-string bass. My long neck. I practiced on this bass, recorded it here because I just purchased this. This is a vintage Japanese bass. The brand, I have no idea. It has no brands on it. It's a vintage Japanese bass, 4-string. It's a vintage. So I have no idea. I just figured I'd mess around with it and see how it sounded. So I recorded it on here to see how it sounds. So this bass right here, I decided to practice on blues a little bit on this bass. This bass here, it was an Ibanez. I bought it brand new, tried it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. The pickups were garbage, and I couldn't replace them because they were buried in there, and I couldn't get in there to place them. The pickups were trash. So my 1945 vintage, this one here, had better pickups than this piece of garbage. It cost me 4 times the amount of money. Go figure that out. Okay, this was my first attempt at playing that song from Foreigner. I Want to Know What Love Is. This was my first attempt at playing that song on the guitar. And if you listen very carefully in the background, I actually like this song. I'll actually be singing this song while I'm playing it. If you listen very carefully in the background of this recording, I'll be like humming, singing it, sort of. It's very faint, but you could hear it. But this was my first attempt at singing and playing at the same time. I should have done it more often, but I didn't. And now it's too late. But this was my first attempt at probably my only attempt that I know of at playing and singing at the same time. I usually try to separate it, but it is what it is. And here we come to the monster-sized drum set. Dear Lord. Currently, the drums themselves, Lucille has. I gave all the drums before I left for Arizona. Lucille, she has all those drums. The cymbals you see there, I have the cymbals and the cymbal stands. But I gave all the drums to her. I couldn't fit them on the moving truck. I was in tears. I spent so long getting that drum set. Oh, my phone. For real? Hold on, guys. I gotta hang this person up. Okay, where were we? I forgot. Oh, shit. Okay, this was a Bob Seger song. It was called Turn the Page. Remember that song from Bob Seger? I don't think I. Oh, come on. This was a Bob Seger song. This was a song that only song I recorded on the piano. The Rose by Bette Midler, I think it was. I'd like to say that. I'm not exactly sure. And this song right here, I believe this song was a song by
Can you lower your voice, please?
I'm live. I apparently I can't hear. And I'm being told to lower my voice and I can't hear. So okay. I hate not having a sense of hearing. I hate not having it, having a bad sense of hearing, because I can't hear anything. Well, I can't see my gauges. Okay. Well, moving on. We have the last one right here called Heart of Gold. If you remember correctly, I believe Neil Young had Heart of Gold. And I think this was only Neil Young. I think this was my attempt. Not my first attempt, but this was my third attempt at Heart of Gold. I really wanted to make this work. I really kind of like this song. More than any other song, I really did like that song. And of course, that leaves us with Now and Forever on the guitar. This one was a labor of love. I really wanted to learn this song so bad. I mean, really, really bad. But of course, the song I played the most, you would think would be on here, but it's not. Because I played it so much, I decided I would never record it. So it's not on here. That's why I'm trying to learn that song first, so I can get it on here. Now that the entire house heard me, that's because I have no sense of hearing, so it's very difficult for me. Okay, moving on. So then, this is my SoundCloud account. For those of you guys that don't know, this is pretty much the gateway to the way it was before I got sick. This is pretty much what I was. As far as my professional career, I think, for what I've been told by people online and people who claim to be my coworkers, I worked for Walk 97.5 FM radio station. I don't remember what I did. I also worked for WBLI radio for a short amount of time. And again, I don't remember what I did. And that's about it. I mean, the only reason why I remember BLI is because somebody from BLI told me that I worked there. Someone said that they worked with me and I worked there. and they heard what happened, so I know that. And two other people that worked at Walk 97.5 told me I worked there, and I have a jacket in my closet. So I know I worked there. Everywhere else is totally blank. So, and I know I did all of this because here it is. So, it is what it is. So, as I get more information, as everybody gives me more information, I will definitely throw it here. Okay, guys? As far as Radiance Radio goes, it's looking pretty good right now. If you haven't heard. If you haven't seen my video last time on Radiance Radio, this was a project I did a long time ago, and I wrote all the information down on paper. And I made this a very long time ago, and this is an attempt to get on the radio without being on the radio, if you get my drift. It makes no sense, but it was my attempt at getting on the radio without being on the radio. I wanted to be on radio and not be officially on the radio. So I decided to start my own radio station with two completely fictional characters. And there they are. So I purchased this stream here. And I loaded a 24-hour stream up with as much music as I could find at the time that I had. Of course, my music selection was limited, to say the least. And at first, I didn't have that much. Plus, I was working 3 jobs to pay the bills. So I didn't really have the money to get music to put on here. All I knew is do whatever it takes to get it started. Once I get it started, then I'll re-edit it. It's fine. Unfortunately, just before I got sick, I finished it. 2 weeks after I finished it, I got sick. And this never got a re-edit. Ever. So it has music in there that I shouldn't have in there because of it. Because at the time I was working 3 jobs and I couldn't afford more music. Don't forget, this has to have 24 hours worth of music. And all of my music was on vinyl records. Just like that. I didn't have the time. I had the converter. I didn't have the time to put everything on this. So some of the music on here does not say, like, they're all these are real. All these are mine. But there are some of them you will notice very obviously by the titles are not mine. Because at the time I made this, I was working 3 jobs. I was working 24 hours, I don't remember. Let me tell you something, I didn't go home. That's how long I was working. I was working so many hours, I think I slept in my car. In the radio station parking lot. And when Mark Daniels woke up in the morning and came to the radio station, He knocked on my car window and said, "Wake up, kid. Gotta go to work." And that was it. So I woke up, I changed in my car, and went to my first job. And that's the way things worked. It's life. I accepted that. I was okay with that. Whatever, you know? It is what it is. And they knew it. They knew it. They knew I had a job to do, and they knew I couldn't mess around. So, alright. So now you know why the radio station has music on it right now that is not supposed to be there. Unfortunately, due to my memory, I don't remember how to replace all those songs. You see, the original company that sold me the stream recently discontinued all of these live streams that you see right here. I'm the only one left. So whatever changes I made to this, I don't think I can change it again. I think the way you see it right here is exactly the way it's going to stay. The only thing I do have, and I will tell you, and I was able to save it, but you guys will be amazed when you hear this. Let me see. Gotta find it first. I went through all of my audio recordings and I found something, and I couldn't believe what I found. You would not believe. I found the original voiceovers for that radio station when I made them that long ago. I mean, the original recordings from when I made that radio station. I kept them all that many years ago. Let me see. See all these right here? All these right here are me talking. All these you see right here, I had on the stream. All these are recorded, and they're all different times and all different lengths on purpose, because sometimes I needed a short snippet and sometimes I needed to stall for time. It depends on how long the next song is. See, the way I designed the radio station was I wanted a certain amount of music put in a certain length of time. So my talking would be fill-in, because normally radio stations would have advertisements. Because I was ad-free, I used my voice instead. So I just tossed these things in instead of advertisements. The only advertisement I had was this. That was it. That was the only advertisement I had. It was 1:26 long. I think this was my only advertisement. I think it was me talking too. Let's see. Of course. Of course this thing's going to give me... Oh, hold on. Let me fix it, guys. This player has been giving me dog shit ever since the first day I got it. God damn it. The player's been giving me horse shit ever since I got it. What the hell's wrong with this thing? Okay, there you go.
You are listening to Radiance Radio live on the World Wide Web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Listen in right here live on our website at http://showtime35.wixsite.com/my site. Listen in on your PC, your cell phone, and in Second Life as well. If you'd like to contact us in Second Life, very easy. Snoopy868 or Showtime1111. We'd be more than happy to take good care of you. If you'd like to contact us on our website, all you have to do is go to the Contact Us tab right there on our website. Please don't forget, if you'd like to be part of our live events in Second Life, join Radiance Radio's group in our homeland. Again, contact us in-game for details on that or on our website as well. All right, we're bringing you the best hits of today's music and yesterday's country, rock, classic rock. We're going to be bringing you some opera. We're also going to be bringing you some jazz, easy listening here and there, and a little bit of everything.
Don't hold your breath in the opera, but I do have a couple.
You could also file a request with us on our stream page on our website and in World at our live events as well. We give away Linden's in game. All right, and please.
Okay, that's a very, very long, drawn-out advertisement. That was meant to buy me time to catch up to the time codes. I had a list of time codes, and if I didn't have a song that fits in that time, if I didn't have a song that fits in that time slot, which I don't think I have a song that's under a minute, so I would toss that in as an advertisement. Now this was recorded a very long time ago. And I'm not going to play it because it's over 30 minutes long. There's no way in hell. All I know is I think back in the old days I recorded this just for shits and giggles with a cassette tape player because I was bored. I think what I did was later on I took it and I re-edited the sound to clear it up. I added my voice in between each of them and created kind of like what I do here. Kind of like what this is, what I do here and what I did with the radio station. I did that first. This was my first attempt at making Radiance Radio. And it was only 30 minutes long. So that's really not. And I have it here because I just want to keep it here. I have no intention of ever playing it. I just want to keep it here because I have it. I don't want to lose it. That's very important. Now, the station IDs. The station ID, this is the first one I recorded. The station ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. These were made 2 years later. Short IDs are the ones that are shorter than the originals. These are 22, these are 16. ID Think. This one was an experimental station ID. These were done exactly the same way in different lengths. This one was done exactly like these, but shorter. This one was done completely different. I did this one different.
Thank you all for listening to Radiance Radio, and please don't forget to check out our website today.
That one was done completely different than these. I wanted something done differently. This was never meant to be on the radio. This was only meant for live gigs. When I had Radiance and Victor online, and I was in Second Life, and I had a gig in Second Life, and I wasn't live, and didn't advertise to everybody on the outside I was live, I would play this one. Because all you people from the outside world would not understand what the hell this means. For real.
Join us in World and Second Life at Kislev Solaris and the Phoenix Protectors, and at the Ink and Paint Club. You can search it in the Second Life location search.
See, all of you guys would have
Need
no
help?
idea what the hell that
Contact
is.
Snoopy
You guys would be
868
scratching your heads
on a-
going,
send a
what the
note
hell is
card,
that?
And we'll help you out as soon as we can.
All of you guys would have no idea what that is. You guys would be like, what the hell is that? So I put in-world. This never made it to the stream online because I knew people from the outside would be listening. So I cannot, absolutely positively cannot put that on the outside stream. When I'm broadcasting in world and not live, I will use this. When I'm live online, I will use one of these. Okay? Or if I'm doing both, if I'm live online and if I'm live in world, I will use this, the news station ID. Because that combines both. So that all of you people from the outside world won't tilt your head and go, what the hell are they talking about? But yet the people in world will know exactly what we're talking about. Yet the people from the outside world won't scratch your head and go, what the hell? It's kind of like my way of helping both parties out. Originally, when I made these with the hope of having people from the outside and the inside listen in. What I didn't realize is that they didn't get the point across. I made them according to what I learned in college. I made them at 10, 15, 25 seconds long. You know? I mean, look at the time codes. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 25 seconds. It all depends on how long I have. How long I want to give myself to the next transition. So that's how I know which one to pick. I look at the time duration and I decide how long I want it to be. If I want it to be as quick as possible, I'll pick this one. This is the shortest out of the bunch. Of course, if I want the new one has all the information I need. Anything over a minute long would have to be at least every hour on the hour. So, everything under 20 seconds could be done every half hour. So, periodically throughout the day, you'd hear every half hour, you'd hear this. And every hour on the hour, you'd hear this. Because that's a minute 26. Now, my original every hour on the hour was this one. This was my original one. Now, I decided to replace that with this one. That says advertising standby. It's not an advertisement. I have no advertisers. So I decided to call the station ID, but I put new. So I knew that this is a new one that I recorded now. So this one you will not hear on the auto. But if I'm ever live, if you're listening in and you hear the audio suddenly stop for 10 seconds and then a whole new song plays, that means I'm live. Sometimes I'll be smart enough to go, hi, and we're live. And I'll say what I have to say after that, and Usually I start with, hey, we're live. If I say, hey, we're live, that means stop listening to Radiance Radio. You caught me live. On the outside, the only way to know if I'm live or not is to probably... Now, Radiance, she has her own Facebook page. So you can ask her on her Facebook if she's gonna have any new gigs. Radiance Radio is also on Facebook. You could also join Radiance Radio's group if you want to on Facebook. I know they don't post there that much. I have 2 other people that help me out with Radiance Radio. They're currently trying to get me gigs. And easier said than not, it's not easy. And with not knowing anything about the website, I have no communication at all. And people have no way of communicating with me. So, because I never knew what I was doing with web design, the website is built all wrong. Everything on the website sucks. And there's not a damn thing to do to fix it. I'm trying. I tried back in the old days. But I'm not a web designer. I'm not a very good web designer anyway. I did the best I could. So, I couldn't get anything to work on that website. No matter how hard I tried. I have so much stuff on there, and none of it works. That's because I code. The whole website, to be honest with you, is coded. Yes, Wix has their own stuff to add, but I did it the old-fashioned way back when I first started this website. That website is all codes. When I look at it in the editor, all I see is code after code after code. So when I go in there, I can't just let me show you. Let me get out of here and show you, because that's it. That's the only way, because it really makes sense to show you. Come on. Why won't this goddamn thing work? I'm not gonna say it. Oh, the frustration. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay. Now, on my editor, when I made this page, you'll see a box here, and you'll see a whole bunch of HTML code. To make this player, I had to copy an HTML code and paste it in the box. When I push finalize, this pops up on the web. Everything that's coded on this website is from HTML code. Now this is a link to my YouTube page with the explanation on how to listen to the station. I included a link, just like they put links in the description below. In YouTube, I included a link to the YouTube page for the people that don't know about this YouTube page and want to know how to listen. So here's the link right here. If anybody wants to know about how to listen to Radiance Radio, just tell them to click the link on the website. You don't have to send them to this web page. You don't have to send them to this YouTube. You can if you want to. It's up to you. But it's easier. I've made it easier for everybody else just by simply tossing this link in the website. My goal with this website is not to get people in here so I can make money. I'm trying desperately not to get any ads in here. Because I know ads bring in money, and I'm trying desperately not to get any. I'm trying desperately not to make mistakes. If I make one mistake, my YouTube page gets slammed with ads, and I already made 4 mistakes. So these pages you're listening to are going to get slammed with some ads because of my stupid mistakes. But that's my mistake, of course. They let it go, but I pay for it. So I pay for it through ads. So, okay, guys. So until I get my camera fixed, I'll be communicating with you guys this way. So, be well, everybody. Have a very Merry Christmas. And have a good one. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good one.